In Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Cleveland Browns. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Liking 18.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Hunter Henry brings it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
White's got a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there for the Patriots. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Mike Ford, you better be afraid of me.
Now Mills. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Street, 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Mills on 3rd and 2. And it's caught. Touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson now returning. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And down he'll go at the 25. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
54, stop! Check 13, check 13.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you.
51. We got 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ryan. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. All day, all day. Mike 4, Mike. Cup 19, Cup 19.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with, it's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, he's not the start. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, D-line, let's get it. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 56, hey, 56 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Go.
To throw, Mills. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Open space inside the 10. Touchdown, Patriots.
There we go, there we go.
Tyron Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. On for the extra point is Folk. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Watch they creep. Wait! Safety's creeping. Back.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Play action, Ryan. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, A better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 18, Pioneer. Hurt. Mike 4. Here we go.
Play fake. Mills. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
You don't want it. Cowboy 80. 3. Mike 4. You must be.
Looking to throw is Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Johnny Lion. Watch the slant. 60 Bison.
1st down, here's White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let him know.
Throwing, Mills. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Mills throw into the hands of Henry here. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is Mike.
On 2nd down, Mills again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Afadi Adenabo. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Ready up. Warrior 70. I'm coming. Hey, smash. Mike 4. I'll get him. Get him. Get him. Mike, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Ryan gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st down, Hunt gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Ryan. Going to throw right side here, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Ryan. Caught left side, it's Beckham. That catch good for only a couple. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They go play action with Ryan. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Swings this out for Hunt. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check Mike. 45. Mike. Hey, Frank Lance.
Play action. It's Ryan.
You got tight right there. Switch.
And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. He gets away from one. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll bring up a second down.
Hawk 70, 79 Bronco. Go Street. It's been a long day for you.
They go play action. Mills. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A first down throw for Mills. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Anthony Walker charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hawk 70.
Another try after the first down sack. Mills sheds off the tackle, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
18 Cardinal. They even let you play.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
60 Eagle. Go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. 7 Pirate.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Quick talking.
Now Mills on 4th down. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Johnson on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31.
Hey, Street. Got 4 down. Kill.
Mills on 1st down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mike 4, Mike 4.
Hey, check.
Mike 4. Hurt. Time to go, night. Mike 4, Mike go.
From the 24, Mills. Caught left side, Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ready, Blue 80, Mike 25.
53's Mike. Hey, keep it up. 53's
So the
Mike.
challenge
53,
not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Ready, Blue 80. Check.
I got you, boy. 48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Yeah.
Kill.
Check.
Kill. Turn up.
Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again is Ryan.
53's Mike.
Oh, you got deep?
And going deep downfield for Boykin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
21. 53.
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And that is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. And a dump off to White. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Completes it to Aguilar. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come. Check.
48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Ball. Get up.
They go play action now. Ryan. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On play action, Mills. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing, Mills. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Patriots touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
They're running it.
Mike 4, Mike 4.
Play fake, Mills. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready, Blue 80. 525. Check, check. He's coming. 525 tonight.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They run for it with Hunt. Room to run past midfield.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.